in a land where gods walk unseen among mortals, where fate is a thread spun by goddesses and cut without mercy. A baby was born in secret, a child not meant to live. His name was Perseus. Long before his name echoed through the halls of Olympus, before he became the slayer of monsters, Perseus was just a whisper, a secret the gods tried to smother. Let me take you back to the kingdom of Argos, to a prophecy that shook a king to the core, and to a mother who gave birth in chains. King Acrisius feared one thing, a prophecy. The oracle had spoken. Your grandson will be your death. No war, no rebellion, just a child not yet born. So he did what kings often do when they fear the future. He tried to stop it. He locked his only daughter, Danaë, inside a tower of bronze. No doors, no visitors, no way for a man to reach her. But Acrisius had forgotten one thing. The gods do not obey locks. They are not men. Zeus, king of Olympus, saw the golden-haired maiden, and in the form of golden light, he slipped into her prison, and Danaë conceived. Thus Perseus, a demigod, was born in a tower, under the weight of a prophecy and a father he would never know. When Acrisius learned of the child, his fury boiled, but he could not spill royal blood with his own hands. So he placed Danaë and her newborn son into a wooden chest and cast them into the sea. That should have been the end. But fate, the cruel weaver, had other plans. The chest did not sink. Instead, it drifted across days and storms until it washed ashore on the island of Seriphos. There, a humble fisherman named Dictys opened the chest, and inside he found a woman bruised, silent, and a baby who would one day change the world. Dictys raised Perseus as his own, and the boy grew strong, unaware of his royal blood, unaware of the prophecy, unaware that his greatest challenge was still waiting in the dark. Years passed. Then came Polydex, the ruler of Seriphos, a man who wanted Danaë and wanted the boy out of the way. So he devised a challenge. A wedding gift, he said. Bring me the head of Medusa, he mocked. If you're truly a son of gods. Medusa, one of the 3 Gorgons, once beautiful, now cursed. A glance from her eyes, and stone is all that remains. It was a death sentence, but the gods, perhaps out of guilt or mischief, helped him. Athena gave him a polished shield, so he could look at the monster without meeting her gaze. Hermes gave him a sword that could cut through the heavens. And Hades, though some say reluctantly, allowed him the helm of invisibility. With winged sandals and divine gifts, Perseus journeyed to the edge of the world, to a land where night never ended, where statues of fallen warriors lay in silence. And there, in the cold, hissing dark, he found her, Medusa. She was not a beast. She was sleeping. And in that moment, with the shield as his mirror, Perseus saw her face. Not the monster, but the woman, once a priestess, once cursed for being the victim of a god. She stirred. The snakes writhed. Her eyes opened. And before she could speak, before she could plead, Perseus struck. The blade sang, and Medusa's head fell, her face still frozen in silent agony. Victory, they say, but was it? Perseus took the head, hid it in a satchel, and escaped before her sisters could rise. On his way home, he rescued Andromeda from a sea monster. He turned enemies into stone. He returned to Seriphos and found Polydex threatening his mother. With a single motion, he revealed Medusa's head, and the tyrant turned to stone. Justice? Maybe, but some say, from that day on, Perseus never slept soundly, that he avoided mirrors, that he spoke less, and watched the stars more. Years later, he returned to Argos to find his grandfather Acrisius. He tried to avoid him, but fate does not forget. During a tournament, Perseus threw a discus. The wind turned. The discus flew wild, and it struck an old man in the crowd. King Acrisius, his grandfather, the prophecy fulfilled. Despite everything, the chest, the gods, the monsters, fate had won. And so ends the tale of Perseus, not with glory, but with a quiet lesson. You can outrun monsters, you can even defy kings, but you cannot escape the story the fates have written. Subscribe for more mythical tales where legends live, and destinies are never what they seem.